Art imitates life when multimedia artist Kathy McTavish merges music, film, text, and technology.
I wanted something that felt like it had a randomness to it and just like this tossing in of content.
If you laugh at something, you're part of a family.
Minnesota storyteller Kevin Kling cultivates connections through shared experience and the dark soul of the social disaster. That's next on The Playlist.
Funding for The Playlist is provided by the citizens of Minnesota through the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund.
Please welcome the social disaster to The Playlist. Well, we're with Kevin Kling, a Minnesota storyteller and a fantastic humorist. Welcome to the playlist.
Thank you.
So here we are in the County Seat Theater in Cloquet.
Yeah.
You're fitting us in between shows. How comfortable are you with the stage?
Oh, it's beautiful. This theater, I'm loving it. No, it's the perfect size for storytelling. If it's too cavernous, it doesn't feel intimate, and so if it's too small, it's just a little too close. This is the Goldilocks of theaters. Yeah, it's perfect.
Tell me a little bit about your background. How did the storytelling bug? How did you find out that that was part of your gift?
I think you phrased it really well there, the last part, because I didn't know it was a gift, and then somebody has to tell you. And I was at a party in the kitchen, the best place to be in a party, is the kitchen. And I was in there, and there was a producer in there of a theater company in Minneapolis, Brass Tacks Theater. And she said, "Do you want to do that on stage?" And I said, "What?" And she goes, "Just what you did in the kitchen." And so there I was on the stage then, and it's been going ever since, 30 years.
You've collaborated with theater directors and with musicians.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite? Do you have a favorite vehicle to reach people?
Oh boy, it's all so different, and it's also fun. I love writing plays. I'm writing one again for the Children's Theater in Minneapolis, and I do love working with musicians. This show I'm working with Dan Chenard, who's just brilliant. But the other thing that's great about Dan is he's telling stories in this piece, and he's a master storyteller. And I get to play some music, so it's great to even switch over every once in a while. But yeah, I think my favorite thing right now is working with musicians, because it's just a different form of storytelling.
The other thing you do, you play with humor,
Yeah.
and you get us to laugh. And why is that an important piece of storytelling?
Well, part of being a storyteller is you want to develop a sense of trust, a sense of, okay, we're in this together. If you laugh at something, you're part of a family. And so I think of humor as a way of bringing us all together in a room, and it works, and so it works well.
Do you sit down and write stuff out and then try it out on people, or how do you develop that?
To me, it's like a joke is like throwing a pebble in a puddle, and I have those circles that work their way out. The first person I have to get to laugh is me, then it's got to be my buddies, then my family, and then I'll slowly work out to where if I can get somebody I don't know to laugh, then I know it's time to put it on stage. So I usually work through it, sitting around with people and see if they think it's funny.
It's tricky. I think writing humor is one of the hardest things to do.
It kind of is, but it sure is fun. And then, if you do a stinker on stage, if one bombs, the audience kind of feels like they owe you something. So you're due one later on. So usually your next joke's going to get a laugh, even if it's terrible, because the audience is going, "Oh, we better help this guy out."
Which is good, because I think comedians have some of the hardest jobs when you have a whole audience of people sitting back saying, "Okay, make me laugh."
I agree. I'm not a stand-up comic. I really respect those guys. But a storyteller is different than a stand-up. A storyteller, we use a joke to open a door. A stand-up is aiming for a joke to close a door. That's what they're aiming for. But as a storyteller, I tell a joke because then we're all in the same place at the same time. Now I can get to the other stuff. And so I use it very differently.
Tell me a little bit about being an author and the stories you've written, Little Big Brother.
Oh, yeah.
Illustrated by Chris Monroe.
Oh, I adore her. She's incredible. I feel so lucky. I worked with Borealis out of the Historical Society. I knew Chris's work, but I didn't know her. And when they put us together and I saw her work, oh man, I was just so thrilled. Because my work kind of relies on subversion, and she's kind of subversive to my subversion, so I adore her. She's incredible. I love her work.
The newest book is
Big Little Mother, and it's my first one was about my brother, and then this one's got my sister, features my sister. So yeah, and some of the antics we got into.
It's tough to be part of your family then, because you know that you're going to be included in some project.
Yeah, well, they're used to it by now. And I love it when they're at the shows, because if my mom or my brother or sister are at the show, they can back me up and say, yeah, that really did happen. So, and I had to stop putting intermissions in my shows, because at intermission I could hear people laughing harder in the lobby than at my show, and it was my brother. So I took out the intermissions to take his legs out.
My last question is about what I consider the resurgence of storytelling.
Yeah.
And I'm hearing it in lots of different ways. And why do you think that has become such a popular way to connect with people.
It's incredible. Yeah, it's making this wonderful comeback. I think a lot of it has to do with the medium. And I think in this world when we sit in front of computers and we're, this idea of how do we fit in the world has really become dispersed. And when you're at a storytelling, there's a sense of community, a sense of family, that you're just reminded that we're social beings, that this is the way we're meant to be.
Kevin Kling, thank you for taking the time with us.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
All the best with you.
Thanks.
I wanted people to feel a little bit disoriented at first and to feel that sense of being awash in this kind of a torrent of information, of image, of data, of little pieces of sound here and there. But I wanted them also to be able to act upon that. I wanted people to be able to write to the screen for that reason, so that the text that they were contributing would actually be at the forefront of that, so it would write over. It was almost like graffiti. So I wanted both this feeling of disorientation, but also this ability to take your individual voice and stain the walls with it. My name is Kathy McTavish. I'm a cellist, composer, and cross-media artist, and I live and work in Duluth, Minnesota. I think I liked that relentlessness that some of the technologies allow, but I wanted something that felt like it had a randomness to it and just like this tossing in of content. This is now being drawn from a server far away, so it's throwing some Twitter onto the screen. There's some video pieces, there's some other text. This is from Sheila, so there's some poetic text, and then there's some scientific report that sometimes will come across the screen, or some data that a graph might be drawn from some live data. What you're seeing here, that is the Twitter, the live Twitter that's happening in the moment, and some of the Twitter's being converted to Morse code, because I was sort of interested in that sense of obscure text or encoded messages that we're not quite picking up. It's just this the smallness of our lives in the midst of this incredible change that's happening to the planet. And then I think there's this tenderness of community. So like on Friday night, just the people that were here, it's just like a loving space. And so we have these relationships with each other in the midst of something that's really hard that we're facing. And the potential for us to create change, through art, through expression, through loving relationships to ourselves and to others, but also to the planet. I just kind of wanted to explore those tenuous places that we're walking.
We are in the studio with Rachael Phoenix, the lead singer of The Social Disaster. Welcome to the playlist.
Thank you so much for having us.
That is an amazing amount of energy that you guys put out. Where does that come from?
Well, I think we would all say that we're lucky with collaborating with very energetic people, and we just have a lot of fun together, honestly, which is probably one of my favorite parts about being in this music project.
Tell me about the moment you got together and said, you know what, this is a sound, this is something we can do.
I remember last year, actually around this time, I had started talking with Jacob about working on some music together, and then we connected with Jesse, and Ryan and Jesse and Jacob connected with Jake, and so it just was kind of this whole chain of events, and when we got all together finally, it just clicked, and I fell in love with it. I fell in love with the sound and just the amazing capacity of those musicians. So
I can hear the jazz influence in your voice.
Yeah,
Tell me about your musical background.
Yeah, so I have kind of a strange musical background. I've had a lot of fortune to work with musicians of a lot of different styles. So I played quite a bit of jazz music with Bryn Sias, who's actually in another band locally. I also had the opportunity to study street jazz under a performer, a trumpet player from New Orleans that I've gotten to work with and sing with him quite a bit. And so I definitely bring that aspect to the table and just that element of melisma and improvisation, all of that to it. So it's kind of, I have like more of a dark voice, and that definitely comes from that background. So
give me a sense of there's some grittiness to this band. It's not a sweet, simple melody. It's not a sweet, simple tone.
Yeah.
What does that add?
It's kind of that controlled chaos aspect of it that I really, really like, that there's so much noise going on, but still from that there's an emergence of this collective sound, and We do really play with a lot of styles, so we have, you know, kind of a good balance with that as well.
If it's up to you, look in the future, where will this band be? Where are you heading?
I think one thing that I really like with this band is that we really do have a curation mentality with it. So we really try and write a huge array of songs and really capitalize on all the different styles that people in the band have. So I think as of right now, we're really, really interested in just writing more and kind of exploring what we can do together.
Okay. Last question.
Yeah.
Where do we find out more about you?
Well, you can find out more about us from our Bandcamp page. That's an excellent way to just hear kind of an array of our music. We have 3 tracks on there right now.
Rachel, good luck.
Thank you so
Fantastic
much.
job.
Thank you for having us.